Michael Khan, thanks for hopping on, my friend.
Thank you, Ahmed. My pleasure.
Let's give folks a quick introduction to who you are and what you do, and then we'll jump in from there.
My name is Michael Khan. I am a co-founder of Real-Time CLE. We provide continuing education programs and professional trainings for law firms.
Awesome. Michael, thinking back about roughly 90 days before today, and shortly before that, what was going on in your business before we started working together?
Our business was successful before we started working together. We were paying our bills. We were even bringing in some income for us. And we were plateauing. And we were not, and this is for a while now, we weren't going in the direction we wanted to go in, which was up and bring in more business. Getting business was drudgery at times, chasing after people, being ghosted by folks, even when we were at the last stages of what we thought was an agreement. It was exhausting, and we felt like the effort we were putting in, the results in terms of revenue did not meet the amount of effort we were putting out there as far as bringing in business.
Why do you think that was? What was the issue?
We were not focused enough. We were distracted by, I think we were distracted by more static in our business and not focused on the more important things like vision and like goals and objectives. We were getting all the things done, but they were not the bigger things. Does that make sense? We were doing what we needed to do to stay viable, but we were not thriving.
Yeah, I think you guys are kind of like the classic case of a bunch of smart folks doing some interesting work, have some pretty good networks already, and just naturally bringing in business through those networks, but it wasn't always the business you wanted in the volume that you wanted at the price point that you wanted with the predictability that you wanted.
Right.
Does that sound about right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we would end up sometimes, and I just saw this in module 8, which I watched today. We were giving people breaks too. You know, we had a fee and they didn't have the budget. And so we would give them a break on our fee. And that was frustrating and discouraging. I was actually, that's a good word that I would say I was at. I won't speak for Chris. I was discouraged when we found you, and a bit pessimistic about our future.
Interesting. So I'm curious, I know that that's now been turned around, but I'm curious, when we first started working together, when we first found each other, talk me through what was your reaction to the whole idea, and how did you get over the initial pessimism?
Yeah. Well, I tend to be between myself and my partner. I tend to be the tighter of the two of us as far as spending money. And although your fee is very reasonable, I didn't know who you were, and there were millions of people out there who claim to do what you do. And I was open to hearing Chris out, and also dubious about you and about what you had to offer.
I don't blame you. There's a lot of sharks and a lot of charlatans out there in my market.
Right.
It's a little bit of caution is,
Yeah.
I think, absolutely necessary. I'm curious, what got you over the edge? What made you decide that, yeah, this makes sense, let's do it?
I'm trying to think what the order was. I think Chris sent me made available a video of yours, an introductory video, which was impressive. And I liked your energy, I liked your style, I liked your confidence. And then I also watched the testimonials, and you have a number of them. And they also seemed authentic. And there were, like I said, there were a lot of them. So that wouldn't have been the only thing I needed to see, of course. But I think, and then the call with you, we did a phone call with you as well. And I just got a sense of as I said, you were confident. You were not, you didn't have what you said today in the module, you didn't have sales breath. I love that. I love that. I am going to remember that term forever. Never heard it before, but you didn't have that. You believed in yourself. You believed you had something that would be helpful for us, and you were relatable and likable. And that's important to me. That's really important to me. I in fact, it's going off on a tangent, but I remember buying my last new car, and I bought it from a salesperson. I even had to spend a little bit more because the salesperson was personable, wasn't a hard sell, and I wanted to reward her too for what she did.
Yeah, it's something that I think we probably don't talk enough about. I mean, I like to downplay the importance of being likable because I think people can get stuck in a trap of wanting to be too likable.
True.
But at the end of the day, you want to do business with people that you like and you can get along with, and that's
you didn't try. That's the thing. I can see right through that when someone's trying to be that way. You didn't try to be that way. That's just, you were being authentic, like I said.
Yeah.
And that came through.
100%. So Michael, let's talk through your experience now. And I want you to distill for me, what were the big shifts that you experienced coming through the program? How did it shape the way you see your business, the way that you run your business? Talk me through that.
Well, we are definitely thinking more systemically, which is a huge shift, because the way we did our business was just doing a program at a time. And that was fine. It was just fine. That's about where it was. So now we're thinking more systemically. Who are we? What clients? What's our niche? Who is our ideal client? And you've helped us also think about how do we communicate to those folks. We don't talk about what we do. We talk more to what their pain is. And how can we help them with their pain? So you've helped us also learn how to communicate. The way that you present your course is so wonderfully organized that it's also helped us be more organized in our business. I think your modeling of the different steps and within each module and the 8 different modules has helped us take it step by step and help us be more organized in our approach to our work.
So when we talk about this idea of being more systematic in the way we think about the business and the market and the opportunity, I'm curious, has that had any effect on how you see the prospects for the business and the growth of the business?
I think being more systemic is going to benefit us. We've already dropped a new podcast that we hadn't even started before doing your program, and we're going to be having guests from law firms who are potential clients. You've helped us think about who do we want to reach out to and how do we reach out to them. And through this COVID crisis that we're in now, you've also helped us learn how to use this as an opportunity. I mean, it's a horrible thing. I hate to use the word opportunity, but as an opportunity to think of, okay, go back to the word pain. Where is the pain here? The pain here is that folks can't have live programs. So how do we help them still get their needs met by getting the program they need online? And how do we help them with the technical aspects that they don't know how to do? So we're now offering something they never would have offered before because we looked at where is their pain and where can we help them the most.
Got it.
Did I answer that question, Amit?
Absolutely. What were some of the other shifts that you took away, Michael?
From the program?
Yeah.
Think bigger regarding revenue, and think more like a CEO. I guess my thinking overall, and I have to say, and this is not, yeah, this is part of your answering your question about shifts. Your mindset exercises are excellent. I love your mindset exercises. I look forward to them. And now that you have them on a separate call, I'll for sure do those calls, because those, I think that one of the things that gets in the way for me is my thinking. And I can sabotage myself with my thinking, do some real negative, kind of toxic thinking about me, about my business, about the future. And it's easy to do, right? It's easy to get discouraged when you're in a business, when you're trying to get your business off the ground, while you're trying to become more successful. And what you've helped me do with these mindset exercises is helped me push back on those negative thoughts, and helped me also think more positively. And that's a huge thing for me.
It's not just you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the thing.
And that's the other thing. Can I say something else, Ahmed? Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
What you also do well is you do a lot of self-disclosure, and you do a lot of sharing your journey.
Maybe too much.
No, I don't think so. Maybe you may get that pushback from some of your teammates there, but no, I don't think it is. I think it's spot on, because your role model, your modeling of, you haven't always been where you are now. This is where I was. This is the mistakes I've made. This is the mistakes I continue to make. That to me makes you a better consultant, because you're more real. And it also gives me, and probably many of your other clients, it makes our goal and our journey more realistically achievable. Because you obviously have a lot of talent, a lot of skills, a lot of smarts, but you're flesh and blood just like all of us, right? So we know that, or I know that this is something achievable. Ahmed did it. I mean, he's worked hard, certainly, and he's, like I said, you have a lot of wonderful qualities, but you can do it. That means we can do it too. And we can benefit from your experience.
Yeah, I mean, the fastest path to getting the results you want is to work with people that have gotten those results and learn from their mistakes. And it helps when they're not superhuman, which I'm not. Mm-hmm. Decidedly not superhuman. And as far as mistakes goes, I disclose so many of them because I just have a lot of inventory of mistakes. It's just easy to draw from them, right?
Right.
But yeah, to your point, it's like, well, he's getting great results, and like he eats 3 times a day and sleeps 8 hours a night and puts on his pants just like the rest of us. And frankly, I'm not trying to claim any kind of guru status. I mean, I think folks like you, when you come on the inside, you get to see up close and personal that, well, he's doing some pretty simple things. Mm-hmm. And over time, with the right thinking and the right strategy, those simple things have compounded into something pretty incredible. Maybe we can do that too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm trying to think too. I wanted to give another example of, and maybe Chris did, of how it's impacted our business, or in terms of people we've brought in for new clients. I think the timing hasn't been great because of COVID, of course, so that's impacted us a bit. But I'm confident that this is going to make a difference. And that's the other thing that this is I think brought for me, is more excitement about what we do.
So talk me through that a little bit. How does it change? How does your experience inside the business, working on the business, how is it different when you're, on the one hand, 90 days ago, discouraged, a little bit pessimistic, versus now genuinely excited and passionate? Like, what does that look like? How does it change?
I think, and this may be answering a different question first, but I think one of the things you helped us do is a lot of, we knew a lot of these things that you helped us see, but that next step is what we weren't doing. We weren't putting those things together, like drop and give me 20. And then us coming up with the 5 pillars, whatever we're going to be calling them. Those are things we knew individually. They're like little pieces all over the place, but now they're all in one place. And that's exciting. That's, oh, wow. Oh, okay. This is what we stand for, or this is our value. So I didn't answer your question though. Ask that question again, the one you just asked.
Yeah, I mean,
excitement?
How does it look and feel different for you now that you're genuinely excited about the business versus a little bit pessimistic before?
Well, I think the main thing I'm noticing is more excitement and more energy. And the more energy I have, the more I'm able to deal with the downs. It's easier to deal with the ups, but deal with the downs and deal with the obstacles. So that's huge for me.
I mean, energy is the greatest asset that you have as a business owner, and every business is guaranteed to face problems and face obstacles. And if you don't have the energy to solve them, you're dead in the water. If you do, with the right energy and the right focus, you can overcome anything. It's massive. And to your earlier point, I think I will be very forthright with people. There's no secret sauce here. Okay. There's no like magical formula that we're going to give you inside this program. It's a system, like any other system, right? Before you had a steering wheel and you had some tires and you had an engine and you had a trunk and you had some components. Now you have a car. Right. That's it. Put them together and made sure that they work in sequence with each other as a system that produces a result. Yeah. And that makes all the difference often. Yeah. And that I think that speaks to what I was just talking about. That we had the tire, we had the steering wheel, it was all there, but now it's all put together. Oh, we have a car. Pretty cool. Yeah. And now you're excited about hopping into the car, driving the car, taking the top down, right? Playing some music. And this may or may not be helpful for you for the testimonial, but in module 8, you're talking about having us do a vision for 3 to 5 years, both personally and professionally, right? And that's exactly where I am personally. I was doing something like that even before. Personally, I was doing it for my personal life. So I'm excited now that, oh wow, all right, I'm going to do this exercise and incorporate the business vision in there. I just turned 60 2 weeks ago, so I'm at that place of some existential angst at turning 60. So this is an interesting time to be doing a vision, and a good time to be doing a vision for me. You don't look a day over 40 for what it's worth, but we're going to add another 6 months to the mastermind now. You told me. I just locked you in right there, right? And you know what's helpful too, by the way, about your program is having the other folks, hearing from either in the 90-day or now in this mastermind group, which was really helpful. And having a smaller. How many are in the mastermind, by the way, total? I think right now we're about 12 to 15, but there are multiple groups. Yeah. But in either one, in either the 90-day group or the mastermind group, to hearing from others, even if they're different businesses, and often they are, and what they're doing, the successes they're having or the struggles they're having, that's been very helpful as well. So let me ask you this question. I think a concern a lot of folks have, and you may have had this concern, I don't recall, when they first jump in, is, well, am I really going to benefit from other people's experiences and their challenges and their business isn't like mine? What's been your experience there? I feel that hearing from others, not everyone, I mean, some folks' concerns are much different than mine. And it's helpful to hear from many of the folks because they're
struggles, their fears, their goals are similar to mine. So it helps me to hear how others have, for some, just hearing that others are struggling like me, and to hear how others have broken through. So that's been very helpful for me to hear from fellow consultants.
Yeah, community is a powerful thing.
It is.
We've got, I think, one of the best ones out there, bar none. Lots of really smart folks, yourself included, in here, which is great. Michael, anything else about the experience you think that's important to note or mention that we haven't mentioned?
I said it before, but the personal relationship is very important for me when I hire anybody, and when I'm spending money, it's important, and that's what's helped me utilize this even more is the personality you bring, I'll say it again, the confidence, the support, the sense of humor, your stories. All of that helps me become even more invested in hearing from you, and listening to the modules and reading what you have provided for us. And I'll continue to do that. I've signed up for the Mastermind program, which is the next step in the process, because we have gotten so much from you in the 90-day program.
Fantastic. Well, looking forward to that, Michael. If someone's watching this video and they're kind of on the fence, not really quite sure if they should jump in, what would be your best advice to them?
I would say if you're on the fence, jump in. You will benefit from it. It's a real value. It may seem like it's for some of you, it may seem like it's a big it's a large amount of money to put out there, but you'll be glad you did.
Awesome. Michael, thanks so much for coming on and sharing your story. Appreciate it.
Thank you.